Hello, everyone. In 30 seconds, you'll be receiving this, but hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dice and Cosy stream. I am your GM for the day, Fraser, and we have a lovely game of The Saucer Fell. It's by Edaka Motore. I realized that I had not practiced pronouncing that and immediately went to check the author and went, that's a name I can't pronounce straight away, but we managed it. So I'm joined by three lovely players and an incredible technician. So if each of you could introduce yourselves now, let's start with Joe.
Hello there. My name is Joe, and I'm an improviser in Nottingham. That's how I met Laurie and got involved in this. Love D&D.
Amazing. Before we go on to someone else, I will actually say, just so chat can get rolling with this, I have a few things that I need suggesting from chat, a few bits and bobs. So we'll be in a shopping centre today. So I was thinking if chat could give me a bunch of off-brand shop names, things you'd find in a shopping centre. Give us your most creative off-brand rip-off names, and we'll have fun with that. And then moving on to Philippa.
Yes, hello, I'm Philippa. I'm also from Nottingham. I do improv. I'm in an improv thing called For Far Away, and I do some D&D and other TTRPGs as well.
Nice. And immediately segueing on to Liam.
Hi, I'm Liam. I'm in Leeds and an improviser. And Fraser. That's me.
Perfect. And Laurie.
Oh shit! I'm Laurie. I'm doing the tech for this stream. I also produce and manage this whole thing. And I don't have to host this evening, which is really cool. I'm very grateful that Fraser is hosting this evening.
Thank you, Laurie. Yes, you're doing a great job. On that topic, do we have any initial suggestions for shopping centre names?
We've had one in so far, which is Milko's.
Milko's.
Love it.
Everything's
amazing.
White.
I'm heading directly to Milko's.
Oh, see, I'm going to really struggle with this because I'm just terrible at thinking of brands myself. So, we've
had a couple more come in. Prawn Lewis. Right, I think that's supposed to be rather than John Lewis.
Yeah.
H&N. Not very creative.
Savage. We had Milko's and
Prawn Lewis.
Prawn Lewis.
Prawn Lewis.
That really tickled me.
It's
Prawn Lewis.
I like they did this like a little prawn mascot that hops around, greeting everyone.
All they sell is prawns. It's like that scene in Bubba Gump where he's just talking about all the different ways you can do shrimp.
Incredible.
It's in another shop that's based around Bubba Gump.
We got shrimp and more shrimp and
Shrimp.
Why is it always shrimp as like the vehicle of like absurdity in these like things?
They have a lot of legs.
Yeah, they
also,
are. Also,
if you rip their head off, you can like see their heart inside, and it's kind of terrifying. So it's like a layer of dread over the humour.
God, that's some Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah, that traumatized me as a small child. I did that, and then I refused to eat. I refused to eat prawns for like 5 years.
Oh my
gosh. Oh, I will have to try that. Kamehameha. That just made me laugh so much.
Yeah, I want to see that beating.
I want to see its guts. Yeah.
I mean, it's already dead. I don't think it even really was its heart. It's just like a tiny speck.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, 10-year-old me was very worried.
Concerned. Do we have any more?
We do. We have Regrets at Home, Floorcraft, Peaglocks, Man Summers, and Chastity on the Range.
Chastity on the Range. I just can't think of what these are rip-offs of.
I think Man Summers is Ann Summers.
I mean, that was the one I had, Laurie. That was the one I was sure on.
It's the other one.
Regrets at home will be pets at home. That's
I love that. That's great.
That is true.
Alright, I've just got a cat trying to get in. Excuse me.
Oh gosh.
Gosh, a whiff of fame. And in comes the cats.
Honestly, they're like, they know when they have a chance to spread their cute propaganda, and I'm not complaining.
Sorry, is that some attention? Don't mind if I do.
Hello.
I mean, we are also all on stream right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've had one come in from Alice. Yarn not worth it.
Yarn
not worth it?
Worth it. I struggle.
What?
I struggle. this is the thing, like, because I don't know what these things are, I don't know what to put in them, and I'm gonna completely have fun with that.
If there needs to be knitting puns, I'm here for it all day. I can do all knitting all the time, but
yeah, it can be
slightly niche.
Sure, it can be a knitting depository. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. You folks are like quite near White Rose, aren't you? Do you know the White Rose shopping centre?
Yeah.
I've been there an awful lot. Lovely.
What a fucking amazing story.
Yeah, before we start, what shopping centre experience do we all have?
Got the Arndale, Victoria Centre, that one in Sheffield.
Trafford Centre. I used to.
Oh yeah, Trafford Centre.
You might see this map and go, that's quite similar. Right.
I've been into
filthy copier. Anyway,
we've had a couple more.
Are you saying? Look, does it have the boat in the food court?
It doesn't have the boat. I'm not that much of a rip-off.
Huge boat in a food court. What could be better?
Anyway, let's have the last few.
We've had a few more. Bobby Waft.
What is Bobby Waft?
I think that's Hobbycraft.
Oh! What's in Hobbycraft?
Like craft supplies.
Stuff.
Right, I can't have two craft shops. It's either Yarn Not Worth It or Bobby Waft.
I would fucking love a shopping centre that had two craft shops.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
one for knitting and one for crochet, and then you fight.
Yeah.
Not everyone is into cottagecore. Like, my God. Like,
yes, cottagecore.
I mean,
I'm so obsessed with it over the past week. I've watched nothing else apart from cottagecore TikToks.
Right.
We have a few more. Pound compressor from Alice.
Pound compressor.
Nice.
Oxwam.
Oxwam. These might be honourable mentions at this point because there is a limited number of stores and I had plans. So
the last one that's come in, for another one from Alice, is B&M Burgains.
Right, I do have some that could be fit in. Do we have any suggestions for off-brand restaurants? That is something I can fit in for you because there are lots of stores and very little. Like, I would love to give you all an infinite number of stores in this shopping centre, but I think that you would all have too much. Yeah, I'm not adding a second story at this stage. Can you imagine? Like, and if you scroll down, there's an extra level. Like,
okay, Fraser, you're saying this, but you're forgetting the conversation we had earlier this week where you said, "Okay, Laurie, there's going to be 36 shops," and I was like, "That's too many. Please don't do 36 shops or whatever it was. It was like 25 shops or something. It was way too many."
It was a lot.
Sort of like Meadowhall or perhaps Lakeside in Essex. Sorry to hear about it.
Oh gosh. Right.
I just have a random sidetrack story, so I won't.
No, after. I was
going to say, in year 7, I had to design a shopping centre as a geography project. And it had 3 stories.
Hell yeah.
And it was called Blueberry blueberry hall, and it was like all fruit themed. It was great.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cute.
Nice. We stand.
Finally, it's coming in useful.
Like
Look,
a video game shop, but it's like Shame Station, something like that.
right. Do we have off-brand restaurants, Laurie?
Yeah, we do. We have 3 have come in so far. We have Smackdonald.
Smackdonald.
Burger. Sorry. We have Burger Ping.
Hang on. I need a second just to note these. We have Whackdonald's.
No,
Smackdonald's.
Smackdonald's. Sorry,
Singular.
it's very different.
One McDonald's, please.
Smackdonald's. We have, what was the burger one?
Burger Ping.
Burger Ping. Yep.
Kentucky Fried Mice.
Of course.
And Snogamama.
Hey.
Snogamama. Okay, right. We have enough names. If I made up quite a few I made up quite a few, so if some of them are not yours, please don't feel cheated.
We had one more come in. Taco Pimpernel.
Taco Pimpernel. Sure. Cool. Right. Okay, right. I think we're ready to start. So, yeah, so you've all nearly finished your mission for the year, I guess. You're feeling different emotions, you know, some of you sad to leave the blue marble that you oh so love, others hardened to the sight after years of experience and toughening up. Some of you indifferent, perhaps, who knows. You know, you're all stood around preparing for your faster than light jump to your home planet. What's your home planet called, by the way?
That's classified.
Classified. Nice. Yeah. Cool. So to the classified location that you all keep closeted in your head, lest anyone read your minds, and except you feel a shudder and a crash and a loud alarming sound as the onboard computer goes, warning, bird strike,
Goodness sake.
warning, and you're all flung to and fro in your chairs as the shuddering and the lighting pitches into lens flare and flashing and dramatic music. Everything's going wrong, and you're falling dramatically down through the stratosphere before the emergency brake screeches your spaceship, not quite to a halt, and you land heavily on the roof of a shopping center. You know this because the computer, now semi-broken and garbled, does, however, manage to spit out a slightly incomplete map. Yeah, it's very low tech. The lowest tech this computer can go. It's like, you know, of a scale of 1 to 5, this computer's been scaled all the way down to 1. You know, you might as well have written it yourself. All of the lines are out of place, and you know, the person who designed this really was so lazy and couldn't even be bothered like measuring up the correct line widths and stuff. But you know, moving on from who this criminal to art is, yeah, you do find yourself with a map, which I've just realized, Liam, you probably cannot see. Let me add that there. And Laurie, you can add that to the chat. Anyway, yeah, so you all see a ventilation duct that you all see a ventilation duct that allows you to enter the facility from the roof. Yeah, you know that you need to find some items to repair the ship. It spat out a receipt, a list of, if you visit the mechanics, please find these items. And you find that you have to collect he says dramatically, there we go. You have to find a deep space caloric supplements. It's a long way home, and someone forgot to close the window, so all of your rations flew out into the sky as you were falling. You need to find a vibe stabilizer, which of course vibe checks, they're failed, which can be any sort of rubber wiggly material. And finally, you absolutely need the captain's cure-all. You all consider yourselves captains, I think, or maybe one of you deeply harbors a more captainly desire, but maybe not. But whoever the captain or captains are, they need some fucking pain meds, so you've got to go find them. So yeah, that is the list of things that you need to find. You need to find junk food, a rubber wiggly material, and painkillers as you descend into the vent. Who's going first?
Joe.
Yeah, no, I will lead the way. There's some initial awkwardness. It's like, what do you okay, fine, yep, then in I go. And I'm like kind of calling back kind of awkwardly, talking about what we need to find and how on it, like where this will lead.
Yeah. What do you say exactly to your companions?
I'll say,
calling through this duct.
I'm reading the receipt now. We need to find the deep space caloric supplements, vibe stabilizer, and a captain's cure-all. This is ridiculous.
Exactly. What do you look like? And what do people call you?
So my name is Zerg, but to my friends that's Zerg. I'm sort of like, so in my normal alien form, I'm like if a goldfish had evolved to be like a human biped thing, before then succumbing to carcinization, the process by which things evolve into crabs. So sort of a part crab, part goldfish person, but with the hologram on, sort of your average child with a nice propeller hat.
Completely average with no.
Propeller hat is the main thing. Like, because you know how like the average child is always covered in some kind of oil or chocolate or something.
So
like
oily.
That's what we got going on. Some
grease.
Kind of gotten into something. Mud, grease.
You get through those vents really easily.
Propellants. Oh yeah, I've got gills. I can breathe any liquid.
Amazing. Incredible. Yeah, and who's following after you?
I think I wiggle through next. So yeah, I'm bringing up in the middle. My name is Krzger, and I have a large amount of appendages which are hidden under my hologram of a purple anorak. And I got my hair length a little wrong, so my fringe just completely covers like most of my face. Yet somehow I can still see because it's a hologram. And my special skill, I have a sleep gun, I've been hoarding some sleep darts to try out on unsuspecting humans, just in case. The manual says sometimes humans can be aggressive, so I need to follow the protocol and make sure it's all fine.
Nice. What does your sleep gun look like so it doesn't raise too much attention?
I think it looks like a little water pistol, for sure. Like one of those like the little teeny weeny ones you get like on a magazine.
Yeah. It's almost impossible to pull the trigger. It's one of the no, exactly. Amazing. And then so bringing up the rear
is Jonathan, and who is say, oh yes. I'm here. I am coming along. Okay, very good. And Jonathan is what looks to be a 1920s sailor boy, like a small boy in a sailor boy outfit, which kind of matches his aesthetic because his skin is very grey, and he looks almost black and white. But but it's to him this is the outfit of the day. This is what all the cool kids are wearing around the skate park. Well, not the skate park, but okay, never mind. Underneath the hologram, he is actually covered in eyes all over his body. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. But most of the time he's blind because he's wearing clothes, so like parts of his vision is blind. It's a very strange thing to comprehend in your own head. I feel sorry for him. Very dizzy a lot. Oh, and he's depressed. Which means that adults won't help him, which I can understand would be depressing, I reckon. Oh, but yeah.
Indeed. And as the last sort of down to earth alien ventures into the vent, moping, trying their best as they crawl into the vent.
Jonathan, keep up.
We'll do. Yes, absolutely. Quite right.
We swing our way back over to the front.
Mate.
Thank you.
I don't want to be a bother, please.
Oh, look, Jonathan, it's never a bother. And if you ever want to talk about anything, we can pause the mission. That's absolutely fine.
Yes, well, there was one thing, Zerg.
Yeah.
It was just you know that you mentioned that we needed the captain's cure-all, the paint. Oh. Is that really necessary, or is that just for you?
Sorry, excuse me, Cuzger. Can I get past you? I just want to talk to Jonathan. So I kind of.
There's quite a bit of scraping and banging as you crawl through the vent. Luckily, you're not the area where you can hear humans partying down below.
Push you past with my extra appendages.
Oh, that's horrible.
You're helped along by your greasiness.
The thing is about that, Jonathan. I've actually got rather addicted to the lovely substances what they have on this planet, and if I don't take at least some back, then it's going to be a horrible time for me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Coca-Cola has Coke in it where I'm from, so I guess fine.
Fantastic. In fact, Jonathan, do you actually know the name of the planet we're going to?
Oh, the classified planet.
Of course it's classified. I just want to see if you knew. Of course I know. I just want to see if you knew the planet.
Do you think I snuck on board the ship somewhere along Sector 4 and just kind of rolled with it? Is that what's?
Look, I'm not pointing any suspicions. I just think any one of us could be, someone who happened to be on the ship when it set off, and anyone could, and it could be.
Yeah. Normally you would be if you were part of the crew. We went through basic training together.
Of course we did. Yes, that's right.
Okay. As you're talking and maybe not watching your volume quite as much as you should, as your passion for helping each other grows, you Kuzga, you notice, not directly sort of invest in the conversation. You can hear chatter beneath you outside of the vent. And it sounds like one of them just went, "Do you hear something?"
I turn.
Of course, that day in basic training, of course.
Mr. Zug, and Jonathan. I think there might be some humans outside. I think we might be near some actual humans, not behind a computer screen.
This is the worst thing that could have happened.
No, this is the best thing. We can study them.
Humans,
That was going to be great.
But
I think they might be able to hear us. And according to my research, only Arnold Schwarzenegger gets an event, or people from the film Alien. So I think we should be really careful. And I don't think we're supposed to be in here, so we should probably do this quietly.
This is why
I'm really sorry if I cause a lot of noise and distraction. It's not honestly.
No, it's fine, Jonathan. Don't worry about it. Just don't.
As you all, rather than just going, shh, as you have another deep and meaningful conversation about care, you hear, you all hear this time, a bang as the vent is shaken as something hits it from below.
This is war.
No, I think they can. I think they can hear us. I think we should keep sneaking forwards so that they don't notice us, and then we can always get them back later.
Okay.
Carrying on.
Yeah.
Kind of silently move forwards.
Okay. You hear a few series of bangs behind you, but you've moved away from that part of the tunnel, a part of that vent. And who's bringing up the rear at this point? Is it still?
Jonathan?
I think it's
still
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
I think it's still me.
Yeah. Jonathan. You hear. Damn, we're gonna have to call the inspector in. I bet it's rats.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Yes, I am a rat.
Squeaky bastards. And you move away. You all move for another minute. Crawling's a bit difficult, but you're making good progress, and you hear the sounds of laughter, screaming, a lot of whoops. There's a lot of dun 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 dun, bass and drums and other sort of pipe, and you can see a shaft of light coming up through a gap in the vent.
What is it, Kuzga? What do you see?
I see a light, and I think I hear what the humans call dance music. I think we may have an entrance into the mall, and we could go and explore, and maybe also find the things we're supposed to find, but also look at all the humans.
This is highly irregular.
I mean, It does go off book, but maybe just this once.
Just this once. Let's go explore. What do you think, Jonathan?
I don't know. This dance music isn't very familiar. The last time I was here, they were playing the swing bops and the flapper girls, and okay. It's all changed.
Jonathan, the bass wubs aggressively against your sensitive old age ears.
I completely agree. I really don't like the songs that they play on the radio these days.
Oh God.
Precisely. As you reach the hole, you look down and you see sort of well-trodden, worn diamond carpet. You see you hear the clattering and the sounds of pinball machines and games, and you look down and you realize that you are looking at an arcade.
It appears to be some kind of torture chamber.
It looks amazing.
Could also be an arcade.
Right.
Is there a way for us to like clamber down?
So you're lucky. This vent looks down on like a pile of boxes in a corner, like it's like the backs of the machines, and like so it's hidden in the corner. So you have a good path down. You just need to be sort of subtle.
I jump.
Perfect subtlety. Yes.
I jump onto a box to cushion my fall.
Yep, you can do
Come
that. Make a roll for me. Make a roll for me, and let's see. It's a challenge rating of. It's fairly easy. You're just trying to jump to and aim and hit the boxes to be quiet rather than thump on the floor. So let's say it's a 4.
Okay.
So while
So
Philip is rolling
2d6.
that, yeah, the way this game works is you roll 2d6. I assign a challenge rating before you roll. It can be from between 1 and 12. If it's very difficult, it's a 12. You'd need to roll 2 6s. If you succeed, the thing happens without drawing attention. In this game, if you draw attention, you get an attention token. If they get 15 of these, lots of bad things happen. And the more they get, if they roll below their attention tokens at any point, other bad things happen. And I'm sure we'll find out what those are as well. But yeah, that's the. What did you get, Philippa?
But for now, she's beauty, she's grace. I got a 12.
She is falling,
Amazing.
not on her face. She
I
lands.
put out my extra appendages to slow me down.
Yeah, you do. The hologram glitches a bit as it struggles to try and justify why there's suddenly extra appendages. It tries to justify this with like the parts of like. Are you wearing a backpack?
For sure.
Yeah, the toggles of the backpack ethereally like float, trying to justify why there's extra stuff in the air. But yeah, it struggles, but it manages it, and no one notices anyway as you drop neatly and also don't crush the boxes as you land, which means that the staircase sort of, or the pile in the corner is still intact for your fellow crewmates. So both of you, it's also still a challenge rating of 4. That may change if someone crushes the boxes, but who's going next?
I would like to leap next.
Mhm.
I guess there's too many people to like keep an eye on who's watching at what time, so I'm just going to leap.
Yep.
That is another 12, if you can believe it.
You're spending all of your luck now. I'm forever
these
grateful.
Get all our luck out of the way. Great.
Yep. It's only downhill from here. But yeah, no, as you again, no one is looking, and just you stealthily sort of slime your way, fall like a flopping fish out of water, and just like and land wetly on the boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys did it all so greatly. I really hope I'm not a disappointment.
You can do it, Jonathan. I hold out my arms to like help catch him.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we link arms.
Oh,
I jump into their arms.
Oh, you don't go for the boxes, you go for the arms.
I mean,
Yeah,
on
go
top of the
straight for the
box to
arms.
cushion us fall if we drop it.
Okay, yeah. Same rating.
Fine.
A 5. You just succeed, and so
Yeah.
Well
and
done,
so
Jonathan.
as you jump down, your the optimism floating up towards you, like inspiring you to do just as well as they did.
Well,
And as you jump, you just about hit the lip of the boxes, and if your 2 companions weren't there, you would have definitely rolled down the boxes dramatically. But as it is, the only person that saw you is a small child pointing at you screaming, but a tired and worn out parent or adult comes over and just drags them away. They don't even look in the direction that the child was pointing. Yeah.
I'd like to threaten the child.
This little they're also wearing an umbrella hat. They're about like 4. They're in really cool shorts, actually. I think you look jealously as they're wearing like neon colored like tiger print shorts.
Wow, so those shorts are just like the ones you told us about.
And it's this child is just being carried away over the shoulder of the parent. He points at you manically. He's got a hatred in his eyes as you are the evidence of his parents' mistrust for him.
Quick, Jonathan, give him the eyes.
Pulls up his t-shirt. He's like,
These ones, these ones.
The ones. Give him those.
The child
with all of my eyes.
The child locks eyes with all of your eyes, and a look of absolute horror crosses their face as they are beaten. Yes, you defeated the small child. They are forever scarred by this encounter.
I hide 20, Jonathan, with all of my hands.
Did they perhaps drop any loot?
In their agonizing struggle to get free, they drop a lollipop that immediately falls on the floor and gets covered in all sorts of lint and hair and. But yeah, it's yours if you want it.
Yeah, I'll tuck that away. I'm sure we can find a use for that.
Oh, amazing. You have a bit of junk food. It's not enough to say, but it's a good start.
Sure.
I will say as
lint
well.
Is highly digestible for aliens, so.
I will say as well. You have your pockets are like deep, like dimensional pockets. You can just shove, like within reason, you can shove shit in them, and like carry stuff. So don't worry about inventory. But yeah.
What sort of arcade is this? Is this like a sort of video game type one, or more of a penny drop type thing?
So it's got a lot of both. Like the central area has like Kaplunk coin games. That one, the one where the coin falls. Yeah, and like the classic. Yeah, and like other sort of old styley like pinball machines and stuff, and then around is just like this suite of like there's some racing games with like the overhead like internal capsule, and like there's children running everywhere. There's like several just dead-eyed assistants just looking so like, actually I think Jonathan, one of them looks over at you and just you cross eyes, and it just a kindred spirit just flits across both of your across his face as he realizes, wow, you're dead inside too.
This kid thinks some things.
That's amazing. And I think he looks at you with a slight respect before being distracted immediately by a Karen screaming about her child being ignored for 0.5 seconds. And yeah, there is also just like there's another corner of like a massive like neon lighted like dance floor with like DDR written over the top, like you don't know what DDR, but it seems to be a activity of some sort.
Trust.
Do these machines take money or tokens?
They take tokens. They're like plastic circular ones. You can see that there are snotty children carrying buckets of them, like just like heaving them around, and like the smaller children like shoals like following up after the bigger whales.
Is this the kind of arcade where you win tickets?
You win more tokens.
Oh, I see. That's how they get you.
Right.
and
Like
you just it's a children's arcade. You just keep playing like
Oh my goodness.
This
in
is a
the-
casino.
This is a prison or a casino.
This isn't an arcade. You just
So-
got all
so-
these
so-
kids in a casino.
And Jonathan, I think according to my research, I think sometimes these small tokens can be exchanged for what the humans call money. So maybe we could take some or earn some somehow. I don't know.
Kuzga, you're I am saying Kuzga, but I cannot remember the pronunciation.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Kuzga, you're looking around and you do spot some boxes on the sides of walls that have the big word like conversion on them. Like it seems like they're like marked as like token equals like a symbol, and you think that you it could be either that symbol means and or money. You can't be sure. And
Should have practiced my symbols.
but you are distracted in your search for coin. As you look over, you see that there's another dead-eyed, acne-covered assistant. She's manning what looks like a counter with token prizes behind it, but you're distracted by the sight of a glorious machine. It's swirling and colourful, and there's a little panel that shows inside beautifully coloured, beautifully iced slushy.
My dream.
Oh no.
Zerg. And Jonathan, I don't know if I told you, I think I did tell you at least 10 times. My dream has always been to drink a red and a blue
Drink
slushy.
a red and a blue slushy, yes.
Yes, I've dreamed of it since I was a tiny, tiny egg.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I don't understand what that has to do with anything.
My dream, Jonathan. Have you never had a dream?
Kuzga, we are already down here because you wanted
Got
to
it.
explore.
Jonathan, the sounds of sirens and gunfire filling up. No, I'm joking. Sorry.
Once.
Look, do what you need to do. I just don't want to get on that bizarre floor of lights and sounds. I bet that is something to do with ritual combat.
I also really dislike the idea of that, and I really don't want to get on that thing.
The you're looking over in more detail at this this machine. You do see emblazoned on it a like there's like a side part that's counting down, and it looks like it's going to count down to 0 in a minute, but at the top it says free tokens for participants.
My time has come. I've been practicing all these different dances from all of the videos I've watched.
There
It
is
looks like we have no choice.
there's
but to
another
participate in their cruel games.
there is one happy attendant is stood by the dance machine, smiling animatedly, and is like, hey, do you kids want to win some tokens? As no one goes, yeah, because no one's listening to him except you three, maybe.
Yeah, they were listening to him.
Yeah, let's skip on over.
Okay.
Hey, kids.
Hello, adult.
Hi.
Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. It's fine. Like, listen. Like, I know what'll cheer you up. Dance.
No, I really don't want to dance.
Yes,
Hand over the
yes.
tokens, you insignificant worm.
This attendant can only hear from each of you just sobbing and shrieking and crying. The language that all of these our wonderful aliens speak does not translate well into English, and when they try, it just sounds like a child's cries. And sadly, all of them looking like children. That's exactly what this attendant thinks.
Typical human ignorance.
I hop up on the machine.
Even as you're sobbing, wow, I like your spirit, young girl. You go get him. You cry through that pain. Oh God, you just dance your heart out. Keep smiling. Even if they have cut your pay, just keep smiling. Maybe one day they'll promote you. Maybe if you show them that you're happy.
I pat the attendant on the arm.
I think the attendant is like, I'll be back in a minute. Just give me it. And he, at the sight of your unabated crying but carrying on, he's been inspired and he just needs a moment. He turns around and he's just breathing heavily as you dance. Roll a challenge rating 7 to see if you're any good at dancing.
If your moves are fresh enough.
Actually, let's make it 6. Challenge rating 6.
Well, that's good because I got a 7.
Amazing. So, I
watched so many BTS videos.
Yeah, like it's not like watching videos and dancing is not the same, but you at least know the classic like moves, like you throw in a floss and that, you know, causes I will say the crowd go wild, but no one is watching or paying any attention.
I remember not to use my extra arms. I only use the 2 arms.
That is actually the most important thing that you remember to do. As you dance, the worker looks back and is like, oh wow, and you're trying your best. Gosh, you really here. And he goes over to he goes round to like the back of the machine and pulls out like a bucket. And it's not a full bucket, but it's basically just what they hold the things in, and he shovels a few in, and he gives it you, and he's like, there, I think you've earned that.
I try and say thank you, but
you cry in his face a bit more, and he's like, gosh, even after there's nothing pleasing you, you're still going through life. And he's still smiling, but there's a quiver in his eye.
Kuzga, give him one of the tokens back.
Oh yeah, I give him one of the tokens.
He looks at you, in like just adoration as he's like, wow, and you know to share. Oh, you're too sweet. Oh.
I point at the slushy machine.
He looks over at the slushy. He's like, well, I'm. No, you're right. Even if she did dump you yesterday, you've still got to talk to her. You work together. Like you gotta smile through the pain. And you're right, little girl. You deserve a slushie. Gosh darn it. He's like, he talks himself. He's like, yeah, okay, right. Oh, I don't know if I can do it.
I give him another token.
I love this. We're figuring out how to work this now.
He looks at you forlornly, but nods. It's like, okay, you're right. Thank you, little child. And he walks with you to the machine, to the counter, and is like, hey.
I grab Zug and Jonathan's hands and drag them with me.
Oh, thank God.
I think she's become queen of the humans.
I figured it out, you guys. You just give them fake money.
Yes.
Oh, hey, Olivia. The assistant says, and the girl who's texting looks up and then looks immediately back down at her phone and is like, yeah, Greg? What? It's like, Olivia, these lovely children here. He points at your crying, sobbing eyes, like, I really don't want to deserve. they deserve a slushie. That they dance so hard and they've pushed through and they give great life advice. And the girl looks up and is just so, she just looks bored of this person. It's like, Greg, I don't know what you're trying, but just leave it. It's not worth it. You're just too happy. And Greg is like, well, maybe. And this goes on for a while. I'm not going to go. Yeah. But it's a. But like as they're talking,
please describe in detail.
As they're talking about the rise and fall of their relationships, the good times, the bad times, you do have to suffer through a bit of it, but you are rewarded in the end. As Olivia does hand over a slushie to you, and immediately goes back to texting. You also notice, the two of you, Jonathan and Zerg, that there is food at this counter. Like there is stuff that you need here. Like it's not just slushies. There's
like junk food, like
caloric
supplements.
It's not enough to carry you forward. Like it's sweet bars and stuff. It's not like a meal, but like it would get you a bit further along from where you were.
I would like to pickpocket the human male.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that. You can try.
I'd like to take any sort of anything that Olivia will have to then give back to him if she finds it on the floor.
Right. In that case, I'm going to lock eyes with Zerg just before he does that, and I'm going to go.
I really don't like dancing. I'm very tired of it. I hate people who make me try and dance. I just hate the idea of it. The legs, the arms, the rhythm. It's rubbish.
I'm going to call.
Jonathan, don't you understand? It's only me who's having to dance.
I'm going to throw myself on the ground. I'm going to hit the ground. I'm going to full tantrum and cause a fuss to help.
At first, I'm like, "Oh, Jonathan, we can get out," but then I'm like, "Oh, I see."
Jonathan, what are you doing?
Yep. So the challenge rating is quite difficult. You are at the level of the trouser level, and you are also a pocket level is probably a better descriptive. You are at pocket level. He is distracted with his relationship woes, but
I'm climbing up into a pocket. I don't know the size, so I'm like.
Oh, you are right. Yes, you're pickpocketing. In which case, yeah, I think that you should roll a 9, but add an extra dice from Liam, so you get 3d6.
Oh, I understand. I'm going to roll.
And we get our first attention token as.
Oh no.
Liam, you're Jonathan, you're crazed, screaming and crying. It doesn't attract too much attention. It's just one token, but it does attract the judgmental parents who are looking at you going, "Oh, where is that child's parent?" And there's quite a few of those in that arcade. They are gathered around on different tables, and they can sniff out a crying child to talk about in about less than a second. Like the moment you start screaming, you just feel the snap to of about 4-5 parents as these sort of short-haired, blonde bleached people look over, and they start muttering among themselves and stuff. So it's not like they're not going to do anything about it, but they're talking, and maybe they'll get the attention of someone who's more kind-hearted in a minute if you keep going. So,
well, I've rolled exactly a 9.
That's all you need. You can match the challenge rating. And so, actually, how do you envisage this happening?
So I think what I want is to lure Olivia away from her post, and I think having to give back some of Greg's belongings will do that. So I'm looking for toys, food, whatever humans have in their pockets is.
Yeah, in Greg's pocket, you find his wallet, and you have a bit of extra time whilst Jonathan's screaming. He, like, as the Karens look, they're like, they first start with like, oh, look at this helpless child, and then they're like, oh no, he's traumatized. That is a traumatized child. That is, wow. That is, I'm not touching that. That is someone who is, wow. Yeah. Nope.
Jonathan has a bit of a panic and starts doing the Charleston. It's like, it's very. I
don't even know you hate dancing. No.
He's going through. He's having a very rough winter.
Donovan, you can have some of my slushie to make you feel better.
I know. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'll take a. Is it sweet?
It's
Yes.
sickeningly sweet.
I spit it out all over.
I hate sweet things.
It's so sweet, but you can't get the taste off. As because
yeah,
you
huggle,
look
huggle,
over
yeah.
and because Jonathan just went brr, like his lips and his like just his face is like purple. It's like, but like, yeah, Kuzga, you are sporting a purple tongue that matches your purple appendages. It's great.
Okay, but I just look.
I look back and it's like, oh my goodness, you've really gotten into the role here, haven't you, Jonathan?
But yeah, and in that extra time, Zerg. I might have been an extra Zerg there. I apologise.
That's okay. That's not.
That's your father. I apologise.
Zerg was my father.
You get less every time.
It's coming down to something.
Yeah. Like, wait until you meet the
Final Zerg.
Sorry. Anyway, you look in this wallet. You've got a bit of extra time, and you just see a picture of Olivia and Greg, like stood arm in arm, like smiling.
That's not interesting to me. I'll take that out and throw it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have enough time to sort of stand next to this commotion like nothing ever happened. With the wallet, I'm imagining it just on the counter or just like.
Yeah, so what I'm going to toss it to one side for Olivia to find.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And Greg does is tempted to go running for Jonathan, but even they can't push past this aura of sadness rolling off. I think
nobody wants to help.
I stroke your brow.
He's just stood next to me like this bawling child, just like.
Yeah, and I think he looks like between a rock and a hard place of Olivia and this bawling child, and just beats a hasty retreat to the dance corner again, as you three are left in front of the food counter and like the token hand in slot, and Olivia is back to texting. She does not care.
Goodness gracious.
Did you grab any money or anything from?
What?
Did you grab any money from his wallet?
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you grab any money from his wallet?
What is money? I do.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I've got
Human currency.
Yes,
I'll grab the wallet and have a quick look.
Yeah, in the wallet you have. There's no cards, sadly, or well, there's no piece of plastic that whether you know what those are or not.
I'm looking for tokens. Are there any plastic tokens in there?
Oh, there is a single plastic token, and it's engraved. It's got some text on it. It's like, I think it says, "Be the best assistant you can be." From your supervisor, like your ex-supervisor. Sorry, it's like.
Right, so that's clearly the money that humans use. I'm gonna have that.
Yeah,
it's very small text.
Words on things normally mean money.
The last time I was on Earth, they were little. They were silvery coins that we would throw into fountains.
Now people
There are
have
a few
chips
of
in their
those.
hands. We could just find a hand. That'd be much better.
They've
Okay.
probably switched to this token system, haven't they?
Oh, maybe, could be. I might be behind on my research.
Well, feel free to look into the rest of it. I think I'm onto a winner with the tokens.
Okay. But you are the boss.
Do you look into the? Do you look through the rest of the wallet?
No.
Okay,
No.
cool.
Nope. Yeah, good, fair. I
We've
would
got
say
the
if
money.
you spent more time standing in front of a counter rifling through a wallet, I think that someone might notice. But no, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, in which case Olivia's sat at the counter. You're putting your plan in motion, I guess.
Okay.
Go for
Yes.
it. Zig.
The plan is wallet on the floor, wave at Olivia. Excuse me, could you please look this way? No, I'm not crying. Don't. Oh, good grief. And then point to the wallet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I reckon you can do that without raising more attention than just Olivia. I think that maybe what do you do anything else to get her attention, or just crying, or just she might not notice for a while if you're just crying. She is very desensitized to tears.
Oh yeah. I'll stand up on Kuzga's shoulders and like raise myself to her eye level.
Okay, I give you a little boost.
Yeah.
Is she stood behind the counter with the food on it and the junk food?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stand kind of like where the counter would end. I'm gonna stand on that side of it. Out of view.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah, and I think in the end your waving is what gets like your concerted acrobatics. Actually, I am gonna have you roll. I will say it's on Kuzga as the base to roll because that's the harder job. Fight me, fires.
Okay, what do I need to
Yeah,
get?
sorry, challenge rating. Yeah, you're. I'd say it's not too difficult. Like you're both similar size and stuff. So let's say a 4, another 4.
It's a 3.
Well,
I used too many appendages.
yeah, I think
Whoops.
that's what. I don't think that it fails. I think what happens is that it's not you holding up Zerg. Yeah, Zerg. I just can't do it. Anyway, that gets their attention. It's the fact that something hits them, and as they look up quickly, they see that it's a bag strap, but it felt wet, and sticky, and like that is really odd, and like they're just really struck that, and I think others are looking over at like this bag strap that came and like hit their peripheral vision. They just turn, and it's like very odd, but you've got their attention, and everyone's a bit like, So you get an attention token.
Whoops.
So we're on 2 now.
You're on 2.
Excuse me, could you please look at the human artifact? What I have found on the floor.
You're just screaming and crying, but your pointing is clear enough. You're very distressed by this wallet on the floor, and Olivia rolls her eyes, is like, comes out from around the counter, doesn't spot you, Jonathan. She's again also desensitized to just gremlins at her ankles, so like doesn't look down, just is like look up, and then you can't see the disgusting things in this like arcade. She goes over and picks up the wallet, and she huffs, and because she opens it and just goes and like she puts a smile on you that is the most condescending. You're a child. I don't care what you think. Thank you, little man. You're very
Yeah.
good, and just goes over to the dance area.
You know, I really think we're going to help them work their differences
I think it's going to be a beautiful relationship.
That's what we needed to do, right? This is the aliens who helped us love.
Go, Jonathan, go.
Jonathan, raid the place.
Oh,
Use your fancy non-dancing feet.
I run around and I take it for everything it's got. Please.
Are there any painkillers back there?
I
Your bag.
There are not painkillers.
Okay.
There is, however, junk
Don't have
foods.
first aid.
Well, there's not a lot of time. Olivia did not stay for a conversation. So you guys watching can see that she literally just went, and she's coming back now, essentially, like as she was
Been
walking.
very curt with him. She's
So-
been very short.
It's not the way to win a man.
Essentially, if you
They've
you've got like
tarts.
you've got time to grab, like either you've got so it's either time to grab maybe half of the rations you need, including the lollipop,
Basically,
or
so
to maybe grab like a quarter and do a proper search and risk not finding what you need, essentially.
it's up to you, Jonathan. It's completely your decision.
Do it, Jonathan.
I think we're just gonna go for the half rations for this, and then half rations.
Cool.
Just grab it. Do I have to roll, or do I grab it?
No. The work you did before made it so that you're a small child. No one is looking at the counter in a way that they could see you around the counter. Your size is your advantage this time, and so you've managed. You've got time. You get in, you get out, and and you guys are away from the scene of the crime before. So yeah,
What do you mean you didn't get the painkillers? Oh,
as you leave the area, you do see a bright light of natural light. It is just shafts of blinding light, and as you're blinded, you hear the stamp of a trodden boot, like a proper boot, and you look up, and you see it's two sets of boots. You see you have stood at the bottom of a conversation that is going on. And you see this old sort of wizened man dressed in uniform. On the back of their shirt says security. And another sort of younger looking gentleman. The older man has his hand on the shoulder of the younger gentleman, and you hear, Justin, I've got to go. It's an emergency. But I have faith in you, my son. You're going to carry on the security name. You're going to take care of this shopping center while I'm gone. Okay, Justin? And the child looks with, it's not a child, it's an adolescent, like maybe like 18, 19,
just insecurity.
Just insecurity.
Just insecurity. Amazing.
As they, I 100% thought of that pun and did not just. Well done, Joe. That's fantastic, and I'm so glad that my subconscious came up with that. Yeah, that's how it works, right? Justin. This sort of he's got like blonde like hair. He's like well built. He's looking at who you can assume is his father with sort of adoration in his eyes. He's like, I won't let you down, Dad. I'll make this the most secure shopping center in all of
Christendom.
Yes, Christendom. Sure. Yes. Yeah, sure. The entirety of the Catholic Empire.
Great Catholic security guard.
Yeah. So Yeah, and then he makes an about face, and Justin watches his father leave in a hurry, takes a deep sigh of breath, and looks down and spots each of you and goes, "Oh, hello, kids.
Nothing.
Oh, are you all right?
Drink my slushy.
You
No.
look a bit upset there."
I'm not saying a word to this
Yeah.
man.
He looks across between the three of you and looks deep into Jonathan's eyes with a just a lack of understanding. He's like, what is in those eyes? Is that what is that? What, that's not happiness.
Jonathan,
Oh,
don't
wow.
give him the depth. Don't give
And he's entranced for a second and he recoils. And he's put off and he goes, he sort of brushes himself. He's like, well, I've got to go and man the stall, man the security thing. If you need any help, just call this number, or from one of the payphones, or get a parent to take you to Lost and Found, and I'll be there. Yeah, take care.
Thank you.
And he beats a hasty retreat away from whatever the fuck that child's seen.
I really think we had a connection.
I think you did too. Do you know, we did such a good job with that couple who, maybe they were breaking up and they just needed to talk it over. But I think we're doing so well fixing human relationships. I would hate for that boy to have to report a failure to his father.
That's true. That's true. We should definitely be on the lookout for security breaches.
Yeah.
So we can report them. Yes.
No. Let's put a stop to any security breaches ourselves.
Yeah, just to help them out. Yeah. That's such a good idea, Zug.
Let's all agree.
You're so wise.
This place the safest possible place.
Yeah.
Filled with a renewed vigor for the protection of this random shopping center, you all look out over this vast dome circular hall. You've just stepped at the entrance of the arcade. You are just in front of the number 3 on the map. You can place yourself. Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna keep disappearing as I check that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's fair enough.
We understand, Jonathan. That's just something you do.
Object permanence
Your
is
hologram's
difficult.
phasing you in and out of existence. It's a common glitch.
What a fun game.
Jonathan, he's died.
He's up to his James. Oh, he's back.
Oh, thank goodness.
Sorry, the contrast and the darkness of the thing.
Fiddle with something on one of my little lapels.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, thank goodness. Right.
Old model.
We've made some amazing progress. I don't want to take that away from us, but we need to do that same sort of progress about 5 more times before we're done. So
Zerg. Your attention is lost. You trail off.
Hold that thought. I think I'm noticing something.
As you
were
hear
saying something really good and very useful for us in order to. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
As you hear a pealing whistle, as you look in front of you, and in a circular track with a little hill going up and around, and then up and around in a mesmerizing circle, the clickety clack of the mall train.
Yes. This is amazing. So, okay. It's going too fast. I'll never catch it. So what I need to do is lie in wait until it comes back round.
So it is actually a exhibition. It's a children's exhibition. So there is a little line with a few children waiting and little compartments and a damning sign that says you must be this tall to ride, and you can just see.
Am I that tall?
You can just see at this distance. It's a bit too tall.
Oh no! Zook! I know it's always been your dream to ride on the mall train. We must do this for you, as we got me the slushie.
Thank you. I think there's only one way we'll get on that train, and it's either to leap onto it while it's in motion,
or trench coat.
Or the trench coat technique, yes. Classic part of.
I've already
of the
lifted you once, I can do
military
it again.
Yes.
Let's
Would we buy
find
a
the
trench coat?
department store.
Okay, we're looking for a trench coat.
Amazing. So, one of the things I will say now is that you are getting, you're not getting looks yet because you're at the entrance to the arcade, but you can already see a few savvy parents looking at you like, oh, are those children accompanied? Yeah, if it seems like you're not, or you're not there like where you're supposed to be, they will approach you. So you're getting that sense of like you're in enemy territory at this point. Like it's a bit suspicious. You need to think of ways of looking like you deserve to be there, essentially, I guess. Like,
Can
trench coat.
I look around and see if I can see a really, one of those really huge families?
You actually do. Yes, you see they're waiting at the end of the line for the train. Sort of like there is just a swarm, like with a single shouting parent at the head, like single file, name order. Come on, folks, we've done this in training. Like she is regimenting like A, B, C, D, and like all of the children fall into line. They're named alphabetically, and it's a operation. But
we're gonna have to get rid of 3 of the children somehow.
but they are still a chaotic mess. They are children, so cool. Like. They're not in a completely homogenous line, despite the mother's demands that they be so. There might be enough room to slip in, depending on if the children rat you out or not.
I'd like to bribe one of the children with the lollipop.
Is that, how like when it's like kids stuff, they always have weird little figurines like trees and Heidi Hope, like Heidi houses and things. Could we lure one? Like, is there space for us to lure one behind a bush?
That is. So
I have my water pistol. You can come over to the bush.
Hey, human child.
Sound of crying attracts. Well, how are you doing this so that the mother doesn't notice, but the children notice? Do you think?
I'm waving the lollipop around near the children.
As everyone knows, children are acutely aware of the scent of lolly.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
And yeah, as you waft this lolly, there's just as one of the younger children, who may be 3, like holding the hand of like one of the older children, so just looks over and like tugs at the older child, as you wave. Not at all creepily, sorry. Completely legitimately.
Yeah. Where are the children? It's fine.
From this, from the other side of a bush, as these 2 girls look at you, look at the lolly, look at the parent, look back at you, and the older child crosses one arm because she's holding the other. And she was like, she went for an arm cross, and then realized she doesn't have both arms, so it just ends up with her being like this.
Tangled.
I pop up as well, and I start dabbing to show that I am one of the kids, and I do the little kicky dance that I've seen people do
Yeah.
to show how cool and normal and childlike we are.
Yeah,
I try and find a stick and a wheel.
A hoop and
A hoop and stick.
The older girl looks over at you and points at the lolly and puts two up.
you drive a hard bargain. I'm gonna like grab some of the other junk food that we've got, and we're going to like offer. We're gonna make an offer.
Okay. How much
Put it
of
on
an
the
offer are you
put it on the
making?
floor and slide it across.
No, we need them to come to us.
Yeah, no, we want to just wave it and then
Yeah.
good night, Vienna. So lollipop and like a single big chocolate bar.
Nice. Yeah, it doesn't impact your rations too much, but the child, the older child looks much more excited and is like shrugs her shoulders like, yeah, sure, they're kids, aren't they? Like, what can they do? And
What's
comes
the
trotting
harm?
over and is
What
like,
could they do?
what?
I shoot them with my sleep gun.
Yeah,
Behind
now,
the bush.
yeah.
I fire my little water pistols at them.
So, I'm not going to make you roll for this. I am going to say, however, that in a busy shopping mall with multiple angles of approach, the amount of time you will have before these children are discovered is going to be quite low.
All we need to get on the train.
And then we're away. Wherever the train's going, that's where I'm going.
It's
Okay.
a one-way. Right.
Yeah,
So
we're just gonna rush the train with the rest of the children, so it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna get to the front carriage, and then Kuzga's gonna put up the gun, and it's like, this is a sticker. Anyway.
Whoa. Yeah. First of all, you shoot the two children.
Yeah.
With water pistols.
Yeah,
To
you knock
sleep.
them out. You shoot them to sleep.
Pew,
and-
pew,
Lay them gently down.
Lay them gently on the ground. At least you catch them. They don't just fall on the floor.
Obviously.
And you hide them as best you can in a shrubbery. a
I
fake
lay them
shrub.
down, laying as if we're playing Sleeping Lions, and I go and lay down next to them.
I actually commend you for your yes. That is a good. That is
I've
some
seen
good
children
disguise.
play that in my research.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I-
I took away the sweets again. Ha 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 ha.
And I'm like, zig, 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 go!
Okay. And then we get into the crowd.
You you are now in the press of people pushing towards the train that's now at the station. There is a kindly old gentleman with a conductor's hat on, shouting, "All aboard!" And like he's watching closely as people move past the height bar. And
I'm gonna run up to the old man with Zerg, and I'm gonna kind of can you adjust your hologram on the fly?
I mean, it's a safety device. I think for reconnaissance only, and so it's very well regulated in that like it's calibrated to your body. So like there's a lot of different body types in your collective sphere, so it needs some calibration. So if you did change anything about your hologram that wasn't done just by a glitch or something that I narrate, and you consciously messed with it, you do risk exposing yourself to everyone around you.
Give him the eyes.
I wanted to say my friend's birthday and he loves the train. It's his birthday. But he's just crying.
It's my birthday. I'm
Yeah.
the birthday boy.
I'll just whistle happy birthday because that was out in the 20s, right?
Yeah. I
I guess I'm gonna have you roll to distract in a way that doesn't attract other people, if that makes sense. So how artful your distraction is to specifically this person, and that like allows you to take his eye away just long enough for Zerg to pass the measuring line without attention.
I got 8.
Cool. I should have told you the challenge rating earlier, but you would have passed, so that's fine. Don't worry.
Cool. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I forget sometimes because I'm used to like games where it's predetermined. Usually,
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, roll, and you're like. So yeah, don't worry. Please ask me if I don't give a challenge rating. Anyway, So as you go up to this kindly old man, who looks so lovingly at all of the children with joy in their eyes as he fulfills their dreams and their passions. He truly believes that each one has hope in their hearts and future in their and oh my god. Oh my gosh, this child just, where's the hope? Where's the dreams and the passion? And oh gosh, and this conductor, this strong sort of stern old man, sort of just looks and just with a kindred war weary spirit, just sort of leans down and is like, they're there, like just hugs you, Jonathan, in a deep hug. Zerg. You managed to take this opportunity to slip past.
When you hear the whistle blowing, ain't to a bar.
One
Live
thing I
your
will
dreams,
say,
Zerg.
you think of anything when you're sat in the carriage to try and be a bit less conspicuous. It's literally just like an open seat in separate carriages, right? Where like it's large enough for a parent to sit with a child on their lap if they're like just tall enough but want supervision. But like basically you need to have adult supervision to ride smaller, or you need to be of the correct height. So how are you looking tall, do you think?
I'm going to kneel upon the seat so that you'd need to see my leggies to know that I'm not actually sitting.
I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah. So he's still distracted, this conductor. He's standing, and as he stands up, sort of wipes his eyes roughly, is like, cut that out, Jeff. You've not cried about the war since, he's just like berating himself in his head, and he's like, oh God, like he just pats you on the back, Jonathan, and is like, there, young son. Just where's your family?
Bounce.
You run off, and you get one attention token. It's not enough for like him to call the security guard, but all of this has made him think, maybe I should call security at some point and just sort of remind him to keep an eye out for small children. That seemed a bit, he seemed like he'd seen some shit.
So is the train now in motion down the line?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so the countryside is rolling by.
He takes his seat, and it's one of these old like recreation trains, where he gets on, he like pulls a lever, there's like a puff of steam, like a and the train moves slowly away from the station, picking up a slight bit of speed.
Yes.
Before turning a corner, the whipping feel of air brushing past you as you go around. You travel, it goes up a slight hill incline, and you see that actually this dome is surrounded with like ocean themes, and like an aquarium, not an aquarium, but like a fish tank that circles the top of the room. And you are at the level where you can just sort of look slightly higher and see more detail, the shrimp and the fishes that are swimming around in there. And I think as Zerg is living their dream, we'll take a break. I think we'll give this 15 minutes of Imagine Zerg traveling around, enjoying the sights. And yeah, so we'll be back in
I left my heart in the arcade.
minutes, 8:45. So grab a drink, take a bio break, and yeah, and we shall see you all very soon.
Awesome.
Folks.
Cool.
Right.
Very excited.
For our performers, we are still live. It's slightly awkward the way we set this up.
Oh, I see. So we need to go. Right.
We're all
Okay.
right. We're all live. Bye.
Right. Bye then.
Bye.
Back in a bit.
No. Stop. Yes.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not allowed to put my camera on because the host has stopped it.
Sorry. Hang on.
Every time. That's the punishment you get for leaving it on.
Oh,
No.
sorry.
Banished to the shadow realm.
Ugh.
Oh, I hope everyone had a good break. Hope everyone's feeling slightly more refreshed. Hope Zerg is feeling the wind blowing through there.
Honestly, I'm a different person now.
Cool. Shall we get straight back into it then?
Yeah.
You all good? Nice. Yeah. So as I was saying, Z5, you I was thinking over break. You managed to sort of stagger your way off this train, just blown away by the feeling of freedom and joy that you've just experienced. You know,
Just like the beauty of this planet, I'll be sad to leave now.
Yeah. I think you share like that feeling with Philippa, who's still admiring the purple tongue at every window. I'm imagining, like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, every reflective surface that Kuzuka goes past is like, ha, ha, ha.
Whilst Zerg is going around on the train, can I have a look around and see what kind of stores are near us?
You can, and actually, yeah,
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
I would say actually, yeah, as you step away from this crowd of like children and like this play area, like at first you get glances from shoppers, concerned people, but they look at you and they just their gaze slips across you as their desire to help sort of evaporates. Yeah, and so yeah, you can. I guess you wander sort of, where are you wandering? If on this map you're going sort of down the main column or to the left or to the right?
I think down the main column. No, to the towards number 2.
Cool. Yeah. So towards number 2, you pass a sort of old you pass a old wizened security guard stood outside of a high-end looking shop, and it reads, the shop front reads Jim's Jewels.
Jim's Jewels.
Jim's Jewels. And there's an old wizened security guard there, and outside there's 2 arguing gentlemen, similar ages, looking actually very similar to each other. You guess maybe there was a cloning defect somewhere, and the same one came out or something. You're not sure, but as you wander closer, you hear, just come back to us, Jim. And the one stood outside the store is like, I told you, you're not allowed to call me that anymore. And the other police is like, look, they're a great chain. Like, I know that they took our jewelers from us, but we could do better with them and he's like, no. And yeah, so as you walk uninterestedly past this fight, you you wander into the food court on the right, and the number 2 is emblazoned with the words Prawn Lewis. It's a big old seafront sort of esque like storefront. There's just lots of prawns. There's a man in a prawn costume handing out flyers. Like,
I'll take a flyer.
The confused prawn man gives you, the young child, a flyer. And you you look over at this food stall. There's these rows and rows of foods. There's McDonald's, there's Burger King. There's one that looks like it looks like actually in the middle of what you're as you're looking, there is a manager being dragged out by what looks like the Food Standards Agency out of a storefront called Kentucky Fried Mice. They're just, they look. It looks like some stern folks are currently in the process of closing down that particular shop front. And
is there lots of people surrounding just that shop front?
There's a few people watching. Mainly, actually, now that you look, you see Justin's there, trying to look official, looking quite nervous though. Like eager to help, but also not wanting to get in the way, and is sort of just stood at the corner, sort of telling the crowd, like, look, it's all we got a tip off that this was there was some regulator and he's trying to ease things, like talk to PR, like that sort of thing, and you see that this is sort of.
Does this seem like a bad thing for this precious mall to have something happening in this? Is it a negative thing? Do people look upset?
It looks like there's lots of people stood talking and whispering and chatting to each other in an animated sort of, oh, this isn't, like gossipy way. Definitely. Right. Well,
I might. Is there anything particular? Can I go towards the shop front and see if I can see inside and see if there's anything like cornered off or anything at all?
So as you get closer, obviously there's this pressive crowd around this particular, like, it's just a long line of shops. Like there's no divide. It's just this long counter and different kitchen areas walled at the back, but the actual line is undivided. So there's little access ways in. One of these is obviously crowded by this crowd looking in on this manager being dragged out, screaming, they're nutritious. They don't hurt you or me. Look, there's got to be a use for them somewhere. Like,
well, we are after things that are nutritious for this calorum. Gotta get there. Okay. I guess.
I'll dip under the thing. If there's nobody, if all of the workers who would normally be working at the KFM are outside of it, I'll dip behind the counter and sneak into the kitchen.
Right now, people aren't looking, but you get the idea that like there are managers already watching this, being, like from other areas, being like, "Oh, come back to the shop front. Stop. We've got a store to run, even though no one's looking at us yet. But you do take that opportunity to dive in. As you dive in, you do hear, however, a scream emanating from the hall where Philippa and where Kuzug and Zig are, as the militant mother, realizing that the head count is too short, finds her children, first goes, "Oh, sleeping lions, how very cute," goes to shake them awake, and then realizes she can't wake them up.
I'm there like, shh.
Yeah.
This mother looks at you like, "Oh my gosh, what did you do? What's..." Because you try and go, "Shh," and really what happens is,
oh no.
So she panics as she looks and goes, "Oh my gosh, my children! Like they're not," and she's sort of shaking them and like they're grown and they're at least like alive, obviously, but like it's like, what's happened? What
I have an explanation. I'd like to take the floor lollipop and like offer it like, remorsefully, like with all like a little bit.
Yeah. Leah, Jonathan, you see Justin go sprinting away, like hearing this commotion, and yeah, and yeah, back to you two. The mother looks horrified at this disgusting lollipop and is like screams.
I'm like, you know,
"Children
ooh,
have
bad
been
tummy.
poisoned.
Yeah,
Is anyone a doctor?"
I grip my stomach as if I'm going to be sick, and then I look for a loo to run into to hide.
And I think I chase after.
So the nearest toilet is the one down the column, that little double line, like that little small area
Yeah.
between 10 and 11. So you go running that way, and the woman is too preoccupied, and you two escape just as Justin arrives.
Just in time.
Yes, just in time. I can't believe I thought that Justin was an innocent name that wasn't going to be abused. Anyway, yeah. So you sprint your way down and you manage to avoid Justin. Yeah. So you two are closeted in the toilet right now.
Oh, an idea. If they're about to use a first aid kit, if they're about to apply medicaments, they might just have some painkillers we could swipe.
That does sound good, but I don't know if painkillers are the same as anti-sleeping pills. Would they give us those?
They might come in the same bag. Yeah, I don't think they'll give us them, but we might
be
have
able to take the
steal them
bag.
from the bag.
Okay. I like it. They have now seen us near the small children who will wake up eventually, I hasten to add, but it could take some time. Maybe we should sneak.
Yeah, let's try sneak.
What if I wrap you entirely in toilet paper and make you look like a mummy? I saw a film about that once.
That'll probably do it.
Okay.
I have the good idea of like spinning in place so that she just has to hold the roll.
I spin and I use my extremely crude handwriting to try and write Halloween, but I'm not sure I know how to spell it.
You've written hell.
Close enough.
Yeah.
And I hold my bucket like a trick-or-treater's bucket, even though it's not Halloween.
Fantastic.
I mean, actually, I'm a roll a d12 for the season because I've not thought about this, so you might just strike lucky. Let's see.
Come on, tens.
5. So,
Ooh.
so it is May. So, yeah.
Easter mummy.
As you step out in a toilet paper costume, but
Which
I add,
hemisphere is it?
it's not glued in any way. So, so it's just you're holding it like as best you can. It's like wrapped around.
People knows that this is bad. Kuzger is like perfect disguise. Great job.
I think I know I'm about to be the distraction. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I know you go ahead.
Yep. So as you wander out into this May time.
Look what I have done, ladies and gentlemen, shoppers of all ages. I am a human mummy, so-called mummified, desiccated corpse of Egyptian past.
Yes, you step out of the toilets covered in toilet paper and go.
Go for the medicine. Get that
I scoot back towards.
And and yeah, I think that in front of the toilets is at least you are in line of sight of the incident. I will give you that. There is There was not enough crowds that like someone who is stood at the train station can look down and see. So
Stop pretending to your unconscious child and attend me.
you attract the attention of the fringe area of this group. I don't think you get the attention of Justin or the severe mother, but you attract some of the attention away as people are like, "Ooh, what now? First mice, then a like near death child, rumors, right? And then now what? Like a bogged up baby? Like yeah." So you get the attention of the crowd for like a minute.
That was Jonathan's quest.
What are you using? What are you taking advantage of this time? You've still got Justin and the mother at the bag. They are still distracted with the patients. So like and Justin at this range is hastily going over like Dr. ABC, breathing, and the mother going, "That's for fucking patients with heart attacks, god damn it!" And just I'm so sorry, and yeah, well I'm medically trained. I got the certificate yesterday, and they're like, "Oh my god, you said." Yeah, so this poor teenage guy is just, why did my dad have to go home of all days today, and is already having a time. So
I have two options here: drive by grab or faint. I think I'm going to go for the latter. I'm going to run back like, and lean into the crying, and then pretend to faint on top of the bag and use my extra appendage to scoop it up under my anorak.
That's amazing. You're so clever.
Why have we had two sleight of hand rolls in this game? But yes.
And I use all of my knowledge of House, all of the video TV series I've watched, such as House and Grey's Anatomy, to inform me of what a patient should look like when fainting.
So you go.
To try and help.
And what painkillers feel like by touch.
Try and give just a little kiss on the way down, because I've watched a lot of rom-com medicine ones, but I don't really understand. I also don't understand what lips are, so I probably just like lick his arm with my blue tongue or something on the way down.
Yeah, roll. The challenge rating. The challenge rating is, oh gosh, I will give you, because you've attracted attention, and because this is probably going to attract more attention anyway, I'll let you roll with 3d6, but the challenge rating is a 9.
No,
you got this. You got this.
Right, I only have 2, so I have to add to the final one. So.
Oh.
10.
Yeah.
You got a 10. Amazing. So you do all the right things. you in your mind, you do the proper, you do the medically approved house faint. You do the rom-com lick on the way down. Justin is suddenly go ugh, as you fall down, which actually goes to your aid, because as he pulls his hand away in horror, all of the germs that must occupy your like lint licking tongue, he pulls his hand away, and the mother, horrified, watches as you fall without being caught to the floor. And in this sort of, as everyone's attention is on you, on going, no, they don't notice as your bag glitches again, and like the strap just goes whoop,
yeah, and I think I let it like glitch, like it puts it back into the backpack, which are my pockets.
I will say Justin knows you now, knows your face, and at this point is definitely like, I need to get this person's parent.
Whoops.
So I'm gonna put 2 extra attention tokens on, combining both the bog boy down at the toilets and you. So you're now up to 5.
10 to go.
They say I'm a mummy's boy, but this is ridiculous.
Great. And then
Jonathan, Things are very quiet down at your end now. It seems like it's just the managers and the people working the grills. Although even them, they are not really grilling anything because there's no one to grill for. It's like it's not rush hour. It's not like a busy day. Too busy anyway, and they're just sort of they're bored now.
Is there any paper hats nearby, like on the side that the grill people wear?
Are there any paper hats?
Yeah, like paper.
Which grill did you end up going into? Do you think?
The KFM, the mice one, where.
Oh, okay. I would say that you in order to you slipped in somewhere where they were distracted. So one of the other restaurants, you can walk down towards there behind the counters.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I'll have just put on a Burger Ping's maybe a crown.
That's actually trademarked, and so Burger Ping. Burger Ping have a hat of ping pong balls. So like, yeah, it's so bad. It's just it looks awful.
Ooh, does Burger Ping have any like ping pong bats?
That is the only marketing they have done. The rest of it is all Burger King, except the hats which have ping pong balls.
You got the Colonel there, Colonel Sanders.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'll put on a Burger Ping crown of balls and chuck it on and walk along. And then just kind of walk with slight confidence, but towards the back. Quietly and just kind of root around looking for stuff. I'm kind of looking for anything for food first, but then anything else that takes my fancy.
Yeah. You first of all, I'm gonna have you roll because you're still walking in a populated kitchen, and the first thing someone goes when they see a child in a kitchen is so you're violating a lot of health and safety right now, so it's definitely that if anyone spotted you no amount of sauntering around would protect you.
I've got uniform. I'm uniform.
Excuse me, I know the Colonel.
I think that anyone who's cooked there, even if they are forgetful, like brain dead teenagers who are doing this for a day job, at least recognize or have thought that they do not have a 4'2" co-worker that would have at least crossed their mind, gone, wow, one of my co-workers is really small. I feel like that's a detail that you can expect everyone to spot, hat or not.
All right, fair. Okay, what's the DC? What's the DC?
The challenge rating is I think it's at least an 8. Just because you are literally rolling the dice for not being spotted and just walking around.
That's a 10.
Do it then, yeah. In which case, yeah, you people are still distracted by the mice. Like now that the security guard ran off to deal with something else, it's just the food protection, like the food inspection agency, which only have a warrant to inspect the place, but the manager's still raising a fuss. So they're still shouting and screaming about like how rats are great flavors.
Yeah.
Great flavor. They've got a 13 spice combo that works really well.
Wait a minute. Is the problem that it's been found out that they fry rats rather than mice? Because this is
false advertising.
It's false advertising.
Actually, well, yeah. He shouts rats, and one of the food inspection agencies goes, rats. not just mice. And then he goes, oh, a brain fart. They're not that dissimilar. And they're now running into the kitchen, how did you source these mice? Are there any rats? Like, measure them. Are they big? Like, food inspection, genre, jargon, not genre, food inspector jargon. And you take this opportunity and this added distraction to just saunter in. Like, you're in a kitchen, there's grills, there's lots of dangerous, definitely child inappropriate material around here.
Is there a mop bucket and mop? Ideally, a mop bucket on wheels that you can kind of.
Yes, the exact sort of thing you're thinking of. It's one of those with even the cart with the mop and the signs that are like the stack of signs that are like, do not walk here and that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly that.
Well, first of all, pour all the water out of it. Don't need that. It needs to be empty.
Do you take any care about where you pour it? Just all over the floor, like?
Maybe one of the grills, I guess.
Directly on the food.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't. Back last time I was around here, they didn't have these places. Everybody just ate in shop in diners.
Jonathan, you pour this water on a sizzling grill and a billowing amount of steam just explodes out over into the room and basically like smoke bombs the place, like just steam everywhere. And you get most of it out. Yeah, what do you do now?
I just kind of walk around, pretend like half mopping, and what I'll do is like I'll half mop, and then if there's some food out, just kind of knock it into the bucket and then move it along a little bit along.
I think in the added confusion of pouring water onto the grill and everyone going, what the fuck, where'd all this steam come from? You can take your mop cart out through the front without attracting any attention enough to roll. Like, I think that was a good move inadvertently.
I was kind of looking for the rubber thing as well. Is there any? Did I notice anything like any kind of things attached to some of the equipment, or were they kind of at the back of the attached to the walls and stuff?
I think with your one track approach to getting the mop and pouring, and then the added billowing smoke, like steam everywhere, you lost sight of like the surrounding area. So you could come back and wait, but I think what you have secured from like the waste of like all the tables around, you've secured enough junk in your bucket to warrant the trip home.
Amazing.
So run out.
Yeah, well, let's cut back to what the others have achieved in the same amount of time. One of them is still being cared for by the security guard that could rat them out. The other one is still, I don't know, chatting a soliloquy about toilet paper. Like, what are you both doing?
Right. So I need to do something to get Kuzga out of the security guard's hands.
Yep.
I know he's repelled by sticky sweets and licks from horrible children. So, God, what do I have? Do I still have the lollipop, or have I given that up?
I believe Philippa Kuzga was using that as why they were ill. So I think that's lying dramatically like a crime scene next to Kuzga. It's like one hand on the feint, the other one near a stained lollipop. Like that was the murder weapon. Like
I'm gonna run in, get between Kuzga and Justin, licking the fuck out of that lollipop. Going to town on that lollipop. We're looking to repel.
Roll to roll to agility your way through this crowd that is still sort of semi around these casualties. Challenge rating of 6.
It was a 10. I got a 10.
Amazing. Yeah, you agility your way through, and before anyone can stop you, you take the whole bulb of the lolly into your mouth, and you wrench the stick off like some sort of dramatic like like pulling a sword from a wound, the same sort of like as everyone goes.
I'm daring him to say something about this. I'm like,
yeah, you lock eyes with Justin as you just like chew this thing. Like, I don't even care. As you,
it's really horrible.
It's awful. You can feel each like. Especially because you're not chewing it yet, you have to suck, and because and your tongue just rides over like the hairs stuck to it, like you know when you get a hair in your tooth and it's just like you can feel it.
Abrasive.
It's just abrasive. It's awful, yeah. And like
you just gills.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. I'm breathing through those if I possibly can.
Yeah, I think in order to avoid sort of some mental strain, you're taking in air through your gill. I don't know, but yeah, like you're just exactly that. You're surviving through gills. Fuck it.
Amazing. Thank you.
And you manage to Justin recoils, and the mother looks absolutely horrified and looks like she's about to shriek again. It looks like this whole commotion has lord over the train driver, who sees Zerg, and thinks like that was the most passionate child that ever rode my train, and just is apoplectic at goes apoplectic at Justin and the mother. Like, how could you let this child eat this sweet and
right, so
sneak away quick.
I've got a plan, Kuzga. So it's you and me, Jonathan. We may never see Jonathan again. You and me, we need to get on that train, and we need to take one of the rubber wheels when we're done. We need to get on that train, go far away.
Train heist.
We need to heist that train. Leap
I run next to the train and try and leap up.
So you grab the med kit.
Yes, it's in my rack.
Yeah. As you both run for the train. And yeah, now that you look at it, those wheels are rubbery, and they're rubbery, they're wiggly, they're a material. They're all three of those things. And if you could just get one of them off, you could manage it.
Awesome.
Zerg. I have an important question for you. How do you feel about derailing a train?
I
know it was your pride and joy. Good. Great. Let's hop on.
And then I'd like to take a look. Is there like some kind of like speaker tannoy system in the mall at large?
You see that there is it's actually on the map, that little segment taken out where number 3 is at the top. There's a little like alcove, and it says security over the top of it, and you can see just inside there is a speaker system, like the microphone of the tannoy.
If either us two or Jonathan can get to that, then we will be able to find each other and reunite.
Yeah, the Lost Child collection point.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now let's heist this train.
Great. I patiently ride on it until it comes to a stop.
Hold your horses. Zig. You look at this panel of knobs and dials and like buttons, and You need to remember how the conductor started it. You were paying very close attention, so if anyone else was doing it, it'd be more difficult. But let's say a challenge of 5.
I love machines. Machines are my life. Let's see if I can do this. 8.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah,
Riding on the train.
you knew that this doohickey here and this thingy-mabob there, and the train goes.
They'll never catch us.
The conductor stops mid rant and turns in like a no
Choo-choo.
what like and is just horrified as you pull out of the station. Yeah, both of you waving like those Victorian children in old movies, like as
Do we see Jonathan in the distance, or at least the smoke coming out?
you see a billow of steam
billowing
out
from
an aisle. And Jonathan, where are you right now? Do you think you're
I'm outside the front of the like the food area. I'm kind of on the back of this bucket, just pushing it along. You know, when you had trolleys and you were just kind of
you're riding it. Yeah, exactly. I think then, in which case, as you ride up the first hill of this model train set, you look over the crowd that's now turned all towards you. I'm just gonna up your attention level to 10. Like, you just get 5 attention tokens for stealing the train. For heisting the train.
Papa, we needed our day out on the train.
This fulfills my special desire. I wanted to command the train.
You pull out of the station, you rise up the hill that goes, basically this train goes all the way around the middle circle, and up some hills. So like the highest it gets is out of reach of a person. Like as you rise up that hill, you can, I imagine, Zerg, you stop there, right? And
sure.
Yeah, stop. I say, Zerg, stop the train, and we can take the wheels off here where they can't reach us.
Let's do that.
Pull the front wheels off.
These baffled adults watching as these little gremlins deconstruct a train. Zerg, I'll say that your role was allowed you to have train knowledge-esque, so like, and like you know mechanics and stuff. Like, I'd say that you could work out getting a rubber tire off. Like, they're not
loads of mechanics involved in taking rubber tires off of wheels. Shocker block. Love it.
Yeah, Jonathan, you see in the distance your 2 companions working on the train as this crowd of adults are stood looking up like, someone do something, help those children, they're deconstructing the train. What?
Yeah, can I have a look around it for some way to distract these people, or I don't know how I can get on the
tannoy.
As you look, you get closer and you hear the voice of Zerg as everyone else goes, and they're crying too. How are they deconstructing a train and crying? What are these children? Yeah.
But yeah, I'll look out for a tannoy system or a security booth. I'm guessing.
Yep. As I listed earlier, you see the printed security, and like you could, like, their all attention is on these 2
coast is clear
ranged people, and you can beeline right for it. Justin is currently, actually, you two, Justin is climbing the rigging. He's nearly there.
Right, he's gonna need to go to sleep. He's gonna need to nap.
No. I ready my water pistol just in case. But I think that would be a bad idea, even for us.
Jonathan, you get to the tannoy system.
Is there any other kind of things near this system? Is there like light switches, fuse boxes, or is it just the tannoy system?
It's just the tannoy system, but next to the tannoy system is the musical box, like the actual like there is the tech there for like the entire tannoy system. Like it's not just the speaker, so like there's no like fuses for the rest of the stuff in the security box, but there is all of the tannoy stuff. Like
There's
It's
it.
your time, Jonathan.
Now, the last time Jonathan was on planet Earth, it was a while ago. It was 100 years ago. It was 1920, which is why he's always felt a little bit out of date on this new mission. And he's just, but he lived his last visit to Earth. It kind of scared him a bit, but he always treasured this small instrument that he would kept on him at all times. It was very small. It was just something that he found lying around in 1920s New York, and I believe the games master mentioned something about dimensional pockets and stuff. So I would have
You
I just imagine that there might be.
fish in to find.
This is I want to express the sadness that it haunts my soul through a bugle, through this small bugle, and become the bugle boy playing through the tannoy.
He's the bugle boy.
I'm just a little bugle boy.
Do you
play the one bugle song that everyone knows, or
the last post?
The last
Yeah.
post.
I think I start with the last post, and then
Time for a minute of silence.
to the bugle boy of Company B. So it comes a little bit upswing towards the end, just as much as possible.
Yeah, there is no challenge here. You practice the last post every night before you sleep.
It's the most hip, up-to-date song.
They're all playing it. They love it.
And as
Playing in
the
all the
last post fills the mall, the shopping centre, people instinctively put hand to heart.
They
and
love the
just
troops.
stand. Hats come off. People stand quietly.
Need to find a poppy right now.
And Justin is stuck hanging, torn between his mental duty of being an official during the last post to salute, and holding on to a rigging of this train. And he sort of tries a half and half and just ends up stuck at this rigging. You guys have extra time whilst the crowd, searches pockets for like an old poppy, or like talks to one another confusedly, like, gosh, why? What are we remembering today? What have I forgotten? Like, it's May. No. It's May. Like,
what is there to remember in May?
May Day? No, that's not a thing. That's happy.
Something about this song clearly makes humans pensive.
Quick, keep stealing the reels.
And then, so I think
you guys have managed to get the wheels at this point.
Let's go down the hill away from Justin, and then kind of leap out near the tannoy, because I know that song. That's our bugle boy.
That's our bugle boy. Also,
you guys know that song too well. It fills the spaceship every night.
Won't let me put on BTS. It's so rude.
Oh my god, he won't even stand Jungkook.
I also, as we're running, I check in my backpack to check if we did find any painkillers in the first aid kit.
You search through this thing, and you do see like a guide of like the pack and like what's listed inside it, and painkillers is listed as one of the items in the med kit.
Amazing.
And double checking, they are still there.
That's what Captain needs.
Yep. And you
Go on,
guys,
Bugle Boy.
you guys charge. Well, you guys choo your way down the track. As I guess sort of more like bugle charge music plays. This is like, you know, so you like come down.
You know how every shopping centre has tubs of plants?
Yes.
Can we dive into a tub of decorative plants to try and obfuscate our tracks?
I was gonna ask if they've taken off one of the wheels. Like, surely that's
we may have to dive.
Going on that like, that's a recipe for disaster.
I was just about to mention that as the train picks up some speed, there's an element of wobble that wasn't there previously. You guys,
it's like that ride at Disneyland.
You guys have maybe like 3 seconds of just looking at your surroundings. Like there's the crowd on one side, and like you say, Kuzga, there's just a potted plant on the other. It's like, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just after we leap out, can maybe the train explodes in a small kind of quotidian everyday explosion.
As you ride down this hill, roll to land safely once again. It's like poetry. First roll,
circular.
Back to last roll. Challenge rating of 6.
I got an 8.
I got an 8. Now that is less than the 10 that is our attention rating.
That is true.
It is. Justin is already there and is just sort of just looking forlornly now, like in such utter confusion. Like, but stop! That's clearly not legal. Like, and just like who are these kids' parents? Like crying out like to the crowd, like who takes responsibility? Like he starts this monologue about like justice, responsibility, and like, you know, civil law, and how like all of you should be ashamed of yourselves, and how like it's the job of the community to take care of all children. Like, yeah, like he gets very collectivist. Anyway, as you jump out of this train, and as it rounds it supposedly rounds the next bend to return to the station, it does in fact not do that, and instead jumps the track. And well, these trains aren't rail trains, they're wheel trains, so it just keeps going. Like, and so if the circle is there, it runs down down Street 1. And unfortunately, Street 1, one of the central things in Street 1 is a cafe. It's a really nice cafe. There's like a little sitting area with umbrellas like over the top of it, just like covering, you know, like in like artistic like design. And as this train comes rolling, it just barrels through this cafe. Like there's chairs go flying, umbrellas everywhere, like there's just crashing sounds, and like that train chugs on, and it smashes through the window, and as more epic bugle music plays, it charges out, and it's in its own final charge.
I've freed that train.
That was beautiful, so poignant and moving.
I think.
Let's find out Bugle Boy.
One of the pictures that I saw a train come through a building with the old days. Yes, a classic.
Fantastic.
A train through a building.
Now let's go get our Bugle Boy and get at him.
You hear, by the way, at this point, the sounds of sirens outside. The police were called a while ago.
Sirens.
And I feel like you guys got to go.
Quick, run!
Jonathan, we've got almost everything we need. We don't have quite enough junk food.
Oh, it's okay. I've got buckets.
Oh,
Yeah!
yeah! Back to the arcade and back to the vents.
Big hug. Then off we scamper.
You do indeed scamper. You run. You run back into the arcade where there's still just children everywhere. I think some of them look at you with a respect and awe, especially the older, more rebellious children, as they watch, as they have watched from the entrance as this train goes charging out of the door.
I throw my bucket of tokens onto the floor for them, and I'm like, "Take them."
Justin, who was chasing after you, is suddenly swamped by the children as these tokens go everywhere, and
it's like an Assassin's Creed, but
he's
with
like,
more
"No,
children."
Grandma, stop it, children! Like, I must catch those miscreants!" And you guys get to the boxes, and you guys gotta get up the boxes.
Okay.
I give you a boost.
Yes. Yep.
Jonathan,
all the
go!
appendages going. It's Jonathan through, then zig. I'm imagining jumping through, and then Kuska, you've got to climb
extend
your
my
way up.
appendages.
We grab you and pull you up.
True teamwork as you all scamper through the fence.
Lube us up, zug, with your natural oils. Get faster.
Like penguins on ice.
Yep. You scoot through.
Just girls like weird tentacles going.
Yep.
The tunnel is rattled this way and that as people smack it for the mice.
Yep. And as you get to the spaceship, the mice exiting before you in a wave as you push them through.
I think
Come with us if you want to leave.
Jonathan?
Are these the survivors from KFM?
Yes, they
got them loose.
Yep, precisely. Some of them are still like, some of them are wrapped in like like there's one of them like sporting a jacket of cling film, like that's got like like KMC on it, like KFM, sorry, and it's just
KFM.
like and yeah, as you guys get to your spaceship, you need to put the you need to get like the rubbery material, and you need to throw it. I guess zig. You're mechanicking.
Yeah, I'm stabilizing the vibes. I'm putting the caloric supplements in place, and I'm popping a quick painkiller.
Yep.
Or the head.
Exactly. You're all ready to go, and you lift off as the intrepid and like way too keen on their job Justin emerges and looks in awe and horror through the dashboard of your spaceship as you all...
I shoot him with my water pistol out the window. Ah!
As you go drive by, shoot this poor adolescent security guard covered in rat poo crawling through a vent on the worst day of his first job. You leave that poor man on the roof to wake up hours later to his father telling him he's very disappointed in him for running away from his responsibilities and hiding in one of the mall's vent systems, and patting him on the shoulder and just saying, "Look, son, I'm not proud of what you did, but I can understand." And he goes into a long rant about the first day that he was a shopping center, back in 40s and and 30s, when there was other things you had to contend with, like bugle players constantly bugling, and old gents and weird battle worn children, and Justin looks horrified at his father and goes, "Wow, things really haven't changed that much, have they, father?" Meanwhile,
Yay!
you guys escaped. You guys escaped.
Oh.
I would like to quickly say, let's say in the future a bit, where are your characters? What do you go back? Did you go for another run monitoring Earth? Did you hang up your goggles? Let's start with Kuzga. What are you up to?
I think I had said, like, in my brain, this was sort of like her like little test mission to see if she wanted to take part. She did enjoy it, but she did find it quite chaotic. So she's decided to start an import business where she buys human food and sells it on the classified spaceship. So she started a slushy stand. She's also managed to find some alternatives to the fried mice. Surprisingly, fried chicken. And she's made a little food stall. Yeah, people are kind of confused by the concept of fried chicken, but
avant-garde, but
yeah, it's quite like out there. Like, she's the Hugh Fernley written stall of that's who I mean. No, Heston Blumenthal. That's it. The Heston Blumenthal of classified Space Center 1.
Amazing. Zerg. I'm gonna get it right at least once. There you go.
Zerg has spent the intervening kind of months up to a year kitting out the spaceship to be more like that noble train, the one that saved their life and then became a free agent out in the world. One day he'd like to return to Earth to find that train, who he's sure is living a happy life among the wildebeest in the wild.
Yep. Indeed, exactly.
Yeah.
And Jonathan.
I think Jonathan was a little shook up from that visit, but he's actually was like, his confidence grew because of his crew, and so is ready and rearing to go for the next one. But he still plays the bugle every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Indeed.
He's very, yeah.
Amazing.
But, yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. That was Dice and Cozy's final stream of the season. For we'll see. Well done, everyone. Let's go through a final pass of who we've had today. I've been your GM, Fraser. I'm a Leeds Uni student, just having a good time doing comedy with Comedy Society, and that's been me.
You were great, Fraser. You were really
thank
good.
you so much.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
It was a lot.
I had
of
a
fun.
great time doing this. Very fun. You all made this so much easy for me. So easy. Philippa.
Yes, I'm Philippa. You can find me mostly on Twitter at MortPhilippa, 1 L2Ps. And I also do some improv with For Far Away, which is sci-fi and fantasy improv. And I'm usually around Nottingham-ish, but in England in general.
Amazing. Joe?
Yeah, hi, I'm Joe. I'm an improviser in Nottingham as well, also with For Far Away, which maybe we'll ever do a show again. That would be lovely.
Does For Far Away have a socials page?
I'm sure we do.
Yes?
I'm reasonably sure we have Facebook.
Yeah, I think we do.
Fair enough.
We can be found on Facebook. That's 4, the number, but written out in letters.
For Far Away. Perfect. Anything else to plug? Sorry, I cut over you.
No.
No worries.
Thank you for having us.
And Liam.
Yeah, I don't have much to plug, to be fair, but that's like with lockdown. But yeah, this has been really lovely. It's been a pleasure improvising with Philippa and Joe. It's been great fun, and Laurie, taking it all. So thank you for doing this. Really, really happy. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, Laurie, for all your tech. Please, please, everyone, if anyone's in chat love to Laurie, who's been talking to you and heckling us from Zoom chat, where I'm just like, maybe if I added an extra anecdote, it was just in answer to Laurie's fucking, well, how old's the father? Huh? They remember the 20s? How old are they, huh? Yeah. Damn it. But no, I'm very, very thankful for your help. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you viewers, for tuning in. I hope you had a good time watching. good vibes, folks. Good vibes. And see you all soon, hopefully. Take care.
Okay, everyone wave bye-bye, and I'll end the
Bye.
stream. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
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 Good friends.
Goodbye.
It's like saying goodbye to a train.
Goodbye.
It's